Team India defeated West Indies by an innings and 141 runs in the first test in Dominica. Soumya, first tell me, how did you feel when Team India won that match? Because I know after WTC final, everybody needed this win, and especially when it has come up with such a big margin.
Yeah, no, it's a thumping win. We needed this. We needed this as a team, as a unit. This was required, but again, that's a relatively weaker side, West Indies, in front of the likes of Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Ravichandran Ashwin, Ravindra Jadeja. So that was a relatively weaker side, but again, a win is a win, and it's important to start the WTC cycle, a new one, on that positive note. But again, kudos to Yashasvi Jaiswal. Rohit Sharma was his
100 as well.
Ravindra Jadeja, the way he bowled. Ravichandran Ashwin, the way he bowled, and also the paces, they were putting in a lot of effort. So it's a combined, it's a team game, as we say, and it's a good performance from the side.
Absolutely, and I feel that this test match could have been very, very special for Ashwin because Ashwin really wanted this. I remember he said in one of the post-match presentations that he was sad in the WTC final because he was not the part of the team. But then he got this chance here in the West Indies, and wow, what a spell by Ravichandran Ashwin. 5 wickets in the first innings and 7-wicket haul in the second innings. Let's look at the records as well. But first of all, first test versus West Indies, 5-wicket haul and then 7-wicket haul. How did you feel?
Ashwin doesn't really need to prove himself now.
Absolutely.
He's the kind of bowler he has been for the Indian team over these years. He made a comeback in the T20 side. Now he has been a veteran in the test format, and he again showed. I would say he again showed that it was a blunder from the Indian team during the WTC when they dropped him, and I would say dropped him. And we went with a different combination.
Absolutely.
And he deserved a place there, and he showed that again. 12 wickets in a match is a mammoth performance.
Also Soumya, अगर हम मैच के बारे में बात करें, 7 विकेट अश्विन ने लिए, वहीं पर 2 विकेट जडेजा ने लिए. So there was a lot of turn and bounce for the spinners. I want you to tell all our viewers about the pitch, about the conditions there in West Indies.
The pitch was really bad, I would say. It was turning from day two. The batters were getting, the pitch was slow, and it wasn't that easy to bat on. But as I said, why I really admire the way Yashasvi Jaiswal batted and Rohit Sharma batted. They showed that patience, and they showed that the kind of batting you need to put in there on that kind of a surface. So that's why I was saying, I really loved the way Jaiswal batted in his first game.
Absolutely, that 171 runs.
Exactly, and Ashwin and Jadeja, capitalizing on the conditions again, getting that turn, getting that something from the track, and it was just brilliant from both the spinners.
Absolutely, and let's have a look at his records. It's his 8th 10-wicket match hauls for Ravichandran Ashwin in Test cricket. 34 5-wicket hauls. It's stunning, isn't it?
Looking at these records, that's why you never drop Ravichandran Ashwin. That is the reason.
Yeah, and that's the only reason that you can't drop Ashwin. Talking about the other records, 7 for 71. That's again very special, and that happened in the second innings as we were talking about Ravichandran Ashwin. Here also, the 12 wickets. As I started this whole video, 12 wickets for him in this first test match, and he has actually set the mark for the second test match as well. What do you think? What will happen in the second test match? Ashwin should be there.
Of course, of course.
And that's what he said before, that you can't drop Ashwin because of these records.
I'll just debate a bit. That's why Australia never dropped Nathan Lyon. He was injured. That's why they had to make a forced change. So you have to back your number one players. You back the batter Virat Kohli when he was not in good form. You have to back Ravi Ashwin even if he is not performing, even if he is not in that group. But he has been in that group for ages now.
Absolutely.
Do not make this mistake again. That's
and it's so ironical, and it's quite interesting as well to see how Ashwin was seen bowling after 7 years in the West Indies. We all remember how he was benched in 2019. It was all a shock for everyone, and in the WTC final as well, when he wasn't part of that playing 11, it was a shock to all the cricket fans. But here it's actually air of calmness because Ashwin has got a chance in this series, and he'll be there in the second test match as well, because Soumya already mentioned that there is no way that you can leave Ashwin. For all the updates and for all the latest coverage about this series, you follow us here on Cricket Next.